Hi everyone, this is Casper the Boy Diviner here today, and I wanted to cover the two decks that I used in the past 2 weeks. Alright, the first deck I wanted to talk about is the Neon Moon Tarot. I should be holding it the right way, yes. Alright, sorry, pardon the glare. Alright, I used this 2 weeks ago, and I didn't have time to film a daily deck work the weekly deck work video that I usually do because life happens. But I really wanted to cover this deck, and the reason is because I love this deck. Alright, the card stock is not the best. I think you can see, after some use you can see scratches and indentations because of whatever it is, but it is a beautiful deck. Alright, so when I saw this deck on Kickstarter, this is created by Pixel Occult. You can follow him on Instagram. His posts sometimes are so funny. Alright, so funny. He's a great creator. I really like his art. So he has another one called Sinking Wasteland Tarot, and he has a Kickstarter that recently closed, the Wayward Dark Tarot, which is really beautiful. It's just that I really hope the card stock is a little better. Alright. But it is what it is. The art can still be appreciated. The thing with the Neon Moon Tarot is that I'm super into cyberpunk. Like, I'm looking forward to the game Cyberpunk 2077 next year. And that's why I bought this deck also, because the stories, the world, the dystopian world here is so beautiful. Like, you see, seven of Zent, because Zent is the money currency used in a lot of games. This is about Bitcoin mining, instead of just sitting down and looking at things grow, because there is barely any plants. This is all the urban environment. But I felt like this deck was a bit too busy in terms of imagery sometimes. Not only that, I felt like so far, even though I love the aesthetics of minimalistic colors, like maybe 1 or 2 colors, like this personal space tarot, like the marigold tarot, I found myself a bit unable to work with them compared to colorful decks. So I neglected this deck for the longest time until I think it was I can't remember which deck. Maybe it was the Mariel Tarot. That I let my current deck of the week pick the next deck that I work with, and honestly, the messages I got from this deck was good. It was lovely. You can see it in my Instagram if you follow me there. But all the guidance from the Neon Moon Tarot is very sharp and very direct. I felt, it was all very I wouldn't say devoid of meaning, but it is like cut to this chase. Another thing about the deck is that because all 4 suits are a little different, there are no swords, there are arms, and then there is Zent, and then of course all the, let me quickly take a look. I don't want to say the wrong thing, okay? So arms, and then wires for wands, and vials for cups. Alright, and then the courts are also changed. The courts are page would be apprentice, knight would be agent, queen would be supervisor, and king would be executive. And sometimes I get a bit confused from that. So sometimes decks like these have a higher hurdle to learning, and that's why I was a bit not really super into using that. But honestly, I have gotten good results in the past few in the week that I used it. I also paired it with one of my oracle decks, the Empty Cup Oracle, and I thought that was quite interesting because you see the minimalistic oracle card along with the vibrant, messy nature of the cyberpunk world of the Neon Moon. It's super interesting. I enjoyed working with them together. At the same time, I'm again feeling that minimalistic decks might not work for me, because the Empty Cup Oracle, even though I really enjoy the idea of it, is sometimes really hard to read. I just want to quickly, maybe say one of the readings that I had with this deck, the Neon Moon Tarot. So one of them, maybe I'll share it somewhere here. Don't leave, don't fight, believe, hang tight. I really enjoyed all the shorter messages that I gotten from this deck instead of the Mariel longer flowy kind of feeling. Another one would be which I got 7 of Zent, and strength reversed, wait but act, watch but move, tit for tat, feel the groove. Yeah, so these were the kind of messages I gotten from this deck, and I really enjoyed it. Very punchy, very direct kind of readings. Alright, you can still order this deck. He actually has updated a few of the images, and I kind of wanted to buy those, but I'm still sitting on it. I already backed his next deck, which is the Wayward Dark Tarot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to working with that deck. That's a Thoth deck, and I'm not so super used to using Thoth, so we'll find out how that works out. Alright, that one has the world, like the underworld, kind of hellish kind of world. I think the best thing about Pixel Occult is that he knows how to create a whole world, and then from that world pull out the characters that are needed, that matches the archetypes in the tarot. I find that very magical. His little white books always like have touches to the card, to the world. Let me quickly read one of my favorite cards in this deck. I asked for the postcard. Also, it's the Hierophant. Alright, see the Hierophant. He writes quotes from every single card. So the Hierophant reads, "The old gods cried out to us as they fell. They wept for what they lost, and we looked away. Why should we be surprised then at the hunger behind their rage as they rise once more? Children, I tell you that there is a way forward, and we can show you the forgotten paths of the ancient ones." How beautiful is that? Alright, I want to show you that card, so I'm going to quickly search through. If it's taking too long, I will have a cutaway. Because as you know, every time you want to find a card in a deck, it's always at the end. Okay, the Hierophant is here. You can really see him or her saying that quote. Alright? And this card always reminds me of Thor, one of my favorite drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race. Alright, and also just to show you guys, I etched the deck. I was hoping it would help me connect with the deck better. At first, I don't know how I felt, but when I used it more, because of my now weekly deck work, I am more confident reading with this deck, and I really enjoy the messages I get. Alright, okay, then the next deck that I used is actually my reading deck for my clients. I use this for any kind of serious kind of like career readings, you know, life readings, relationship readings. I use the Sasarai Beetle, but sometimes I still use this because this is a very versatile deck. This is the Spolia Tarot, and because I use it so much for my readings for my clients, I always admired its beauty, but I never used it as much just because I see it so often. Until I told myself, you know, like, I enjoy this deck, why am I not using it for myself? Oh, look at the tower, that's beautiful. Alright, and then I used it this week, and again, every single time I drew it for my daily card drawers, I find that this deck is really just wonderful. It is so beautiful. Honestly, I recommend people to get this deck just because it is gorgeous and it comes with extra cards. I think it's based off the Mini Kiate Tarot because it has all the 12 astrological signs along with 4 elements. But I don't use them in the deck when I read it, but they're still beautiful art. Alright, it's just hard to reconcile because you see the Aries card, but then you also have the Emperor card, which is Aries in the Spolia Tarot. I didn't use this deck with any Oracle deck. I was really hoping that my Inner Compass Oracle would come in time so I can use them together, but it didn't come in time. I don't know what's wrong with. Honestly, I'm a bit worried because Deutsche Post has said that, you know, they passed it on to their logistics center and it won't be able to be tracked until it reaches Singapore, and right now it's not reached Singapore. Singapore Post has not received it yet, so I really hope I receive it next week. That deck is by Heather Hopes. What a beautiful deck. Honestly, like, I used to not like collage decks as much, and then the Spolia Tarot changed everything for me, and now collage is great. Like, that's why I also got the Inner Compass Tarot. I feel like I need something more messy than something minimalistic, even though I enjoy minimalistic designs. Yeah, so probably I'll talk about that in my hopefully upcoming anti-haul video. I'm planning to let some of my decks go also just because of that lack of connection. but I really enjoyed the Spolia Tarot. I'm gonna try to find some readings that I enjoyed from it. Let me take a quick gander on my Instagram. One of the ones I really liked was "A man who's steady can make my heart ready." And then another one which I drew today was "A good love may not need fire, just quiet lingering desire." And that comes from the Two of Cups and the Knight of Wands reversed. You probably can see it there. Hopefully I'll remember to put it up. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this quick video talking about the two decks I used. The next deck I'm going to use is the Tarot of the Holy Light. I've been hoping that my deck would choose this sooner or later so that I can push myself to really work with it for a week, because the few times that I drew cards from this deck, I didn't really feel like connected to it. So I'm really hoping in the upcoming week I can have that same connection that I had with with the Neon Moon Tarot, which I didn't expect in a way. Alright, I bought the deluxe version, which I half regret. I probably will do a how to pick your deck video, like your first deck. Alright, one of the things that stopped me is because I bought deluxe. It is pretty big for my hands, so sometimes shuffling it can be a bit difficult. The finish is beautiful, but yeah. And I do have the book. I think I also talked about this in my most intimidating decks, my top 5 intimidating decks that scares me. So I hope that that fear, that hurdle will lower in this upcoming week while I'm using this deck. Alright? Okay, let me know what you think. Please comment. If you want to see more of any deck, let me know. I can always do a walkthrough. I think I have one of the Neon Moon when I first received it long ago. So yeah, you guys have a great rest of the day. Have a great week. Take care.